comment and pop in the room. Hit the lights up when my mic's up. Apply pressure when we tighten up. Hit the sub button. We be one, gotta love us or we love nothing. Tell the truth, we above frontin'. Back shots cause she loves sluttin'. Apply pressure, that sub button. No surprise, not subscribe. No low vibes, it's high times. It's Moxy Move, Moxy the youth. You tuning in to Moxy Approved. Ooh, we got a problem, yeah, we raising the ceiling. You ought to know Buffalo, New York is up in the building. Last on the track, you know well, it's gonna be a killing. Middle finger with my middle finger to the little singer that's stealing. Moxy Approved, ended with that water, damn rap, smoke these. Like Corey Holcomb, hate joke these. Roll them in blunts, we smoke these. Moxy Approved on the GOAT team. This is my new smoke screen. This is my new smoke screen. Moxy Approved, but your Moxy is used. I got my Moxy on 10, you got your Moxy on 2. Yeah, Moxy Approved, but your Moxy is used. I got my Moxy on 10, you got your Moxy on 2. Yeah. Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved. Yeah. Moxy Approved. I got the Moxy to move. Might see the Moxy on stage. Got the mob and the Moxy of goons. Drop a comment and pop in the room. Hit the lights up when my mic's up. Apply pressure when we tighten up. Hit the sub button. We be one, gotta love us or we love nothing. Tell the truth, we above frontin'. Back shots cause she loves sluttin'. Apply pressure, that sub button. No surprise, not subscribe. No low vibes, it's high times. It's Moxy Move, Moxy the youth. You tuning in to Moxy Approved. Ooh, we got a problem, yeah, we raising the ceiling. You ought to know Buffalo, New York is up in the building. Last on the track, you know well, it's gonna be a killing. Middle finger with my middle finger to the little singer that's stealing. Moxy Approved, ended with that water, damn rap, smoke these. Like Corey Holcomb, hate joke these. Roll them in blunts, we smoke these. Moxy Approved on the GOAT team. This is my new smoke screen. This is my new smoke screen. Moxy Approved, but your Moxy is used. I got my Moxy on 10, you got your Moxy on 2. Yeah, Moxy Approved, but your Moxy is used. I got my Moxy on 10, you got your Moxy on 2. Yeah. Moxy Approved.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? Y'all ready? Are you ready? Have you yourself watching this? Have you thought about what it is that you have contributed to this world? Have you thought about some of the things that you want to do? Have you put together the things that you've done? Have you thought about the people that you've helped? Have you apologized to those that you've hurt? There's a reason why I'm asking y'all that, because probably now, if there wasn't a time in your life where you should be thinking about these things, it is now. Some of y'all know what time it is. Some of y'all know what time it is. This stream ain't for everybody. You know, these streams were very popular on my page when I was at 20,000 subs. I've grown quite a bit since then. And my page has turned into a page about entertainment. I am an entertainer, but I am one of those entertainers that do not shy away from topics like this. These topics are more important than anything I can tell you about Drake, Denzel Washington, P. Diddy, or anything like that. And the reason why I say these streams aren't for everybody is that some people are blue pill, and I'm not talking about manosphere. I'm not talking about manosphere. Some people are blue pill where they just rather live their life and just see how things percolate, and as things happen, react to how they happen. Many times in my life, one of the problems have been is I haven't been proactive enough, right? I wait for things to happen and then I react. Winners in life are more proactive than others, right? They try to get ahead of things. I've been well ahead of this. I've been kind of too far ahead of this World War III thing. I know this is kind of late, so I'm not expecting a big crowd in here. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. I was on phone calls talking to people and stuff like that. I probably should have did this at like 9. But let's go ahead and get to this. Before I get into this, I'm just gonna say this. you know, because I'm getting older and it's a lot of growth I have to do on my side. I don't really talk about battle rap on my page. I'm never going to turn it into a battle rap page. Though I love battle rap, I have about maybe 11 battles online. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it again, but I'll always be a fan. And I probably will do it again. Maybe not to make it or blow up, because I was very serious about it. I'm just as good as any top tier lyricist. If you watched any of my battles, I probably could go on to smack and all that, but I don't know if my heart is there. The reason why I said this is there was a battler named Billy Boondocks. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to World War III. I just gotta put this out there on some personal stuff. There was a battler named Billy Boondocks. To this day, the biggest battle that I had booked was King of the Dot. I don't know, some of y'all might be familiar with King of the Dot, but I had a King of the Dot battle booked in a Comedy Store. It was the first Comedy Store rap battle ever booked. I had a battle booked against a white guy, right? Billy Boondocks called me and said, "Hey man, this is some historic stuff. You got a battle that you got booked in the Comedy Store." And he said, "You know, I can't believe you're gonna do that and you're gonna battle a white dude in there. You need to throw one of us this opportunity." So I got rid of the white guy for that battle, right? To battle Billy Boondocks. One of my own. Moxy versus anybody. Probably you should look up Moxy versus T the Prince. But anyway, this is a black guy in California, and he said, you should give one of us that opportunity to be able to battle in the Comedy Store. It was the first rap battle booked in the Comedy Store. So I said, okay. I called the white dude up. I canceled the white dude. He was pretty pissed about it. And I booked Billy Boondocks for that battle against him in a Comedy Store. Well, the day of the battle, I paid Billy Boondocks too. I paid Billy Boondocks $300. The day of the battle in the Comedy Store, Billy Boondocks did not show up. It was the only battle on that whole card. I was lightweight to star in a Comedy Store. Even now, I get a lot of love in a Comedy Store. They didn't know I battled. They were waiting to see me battle. Anyway, make a long story short, Billy Boondocks did not show up. I got a call from Billy Boondocks the first day and say, "Yeah, man, I had to do that because I don't think you deserve that battle at the Comedy Store." So he got me to take a white dude off the card. This is some real bullshit. He got me to take a white dude off the card, right? To book him on the card just for him to cancel it because he didn't want me. He felt I didn't deserve a battle on the Comedy Store that I got booked. Well, Billy Boondocks just died. Billy Boondocks just died. Condolences to his family. His kids is innocent, and they got to go on with life without a father, you know. But it takes growth on my side. I'm pretty pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them niggas that I did want my opportunity to run into him, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I was kind of waiting because he one of them LA niggas, right? You're never gonna be able to catch him unless he with a whole bunch of people, right? I was waiting to catch him in New York. He owed me some money, you know. He canceled on some shit. I gave him an opportunity, and he wanted the opportunity just to take it away from me. And I need to let the anger go because it's just like you want to tell somebody something, but they're not here anymore, you know. So I'm gonna have to let that anger go. You know what I mean? And I'm not one of them people to disrespect the dead. I'm just gonna say condolences to his family. In his own right, he is a battle rap legend, and everybody in battle rap now is talking about it. I felt wasn't a better time than now to share my story about the nigga. But on some real shit, no troll, no nothing. Rest in peace, Billy Boondocks. Anyway, let's go ahead and go on with this. I try not to throw out bad energy, and this is not a time for bad energy. Anyway, let's get to these bars. For those y'all, we've been on here talking about this event, and we've been watching it inch closer and closer to some shit, right? So this would just happen.
We can't verify it. The target was a military facility in the Bryansk region of southern Russia, according to the Russian Defense Ministry. US officials say the Russians may have shot down 2 of the missiles, powerful weapons with a maximum range of close to 200 miles.
First of all, it's going to help.
Now, this is what I have to start off and say this. So, apple juice, DeAndre, apple juice. So let me go ahead and say this. I did not do clickbait, right? I did not do clickbait. I told y'all the U.S. has started World War III, and the U.S. fires their first missile into Russia. What you're hearing now on our media, right? What you're hearing now on our media is Ukraine, like what you heard right there. Ukraine fires missile into Russia, right? Well, technically, that's not correct. And what I mean by that is, hold on, I gotta get my sound effects going. Is that when you look closer into the story, right? It's a reason why. So Ukraine has been trying, they don't have weapons powerful enough to go deep into Russia. So they've been trying to not only give the Americans, to give them some weapons to do that. They've been trying to get authority from Biden to be able to shoot these American weapons in Ukraine. The point that I'm making out of all of that is these are high-tech weapons. This is not, how can I say this? This ain't no video game shit where somebody ship you the box and you YouTube the instructions on how to, this is not no electronics and no shit like that where you do that, where you go look at an unboxing and you see how to use the equipment and stuff like that. It ain't nothing like that, right? These weapons cannot be shot unless a U.S. person is there to shoot them. They are advanced weapons. The training take years to shoot these weapons to make sure that they hit their targets. So when you see this, right? When you see stuff like this, where are we at? You see this?
US officials say the Russian ministry.
You see that? A U.S. person is behind that. A U.S. person is the one that has to pull the lever on that. So that's definitely our country firing into Russia. Now, Putin had already said was about to go down. He said when this happens, that this is a without a doubt will be a war between the U.S. and Russia. This isn't proxy anymore. He also said that there will be rebuttal for this against America. We're not talking, and Europe. Oh man, that man Putin really can't stand Europe. Europe is in more danger than any of us. He really cannot stand Europe, right? So he said the rebuttal for this will be against Europe and the U.S. He already going through with it with Ukraine. So the sad part about these stories are, well, this ain't no story. The sad part about this situation is the people that's getting put in danger for this are not the people making the decisions. And that's what's just so wicked about these whole scenarios is that our lives are in danger. Putin, Biden, they don't really have to worry. Putin has to worry about what country he goes to. But even having planes and shit like that is almost as close to the president. Nobody in their right mind are going to try to take a Russian plane down that has Putin in it because they know they're going to have to deal with straight up nukes after that. So, I mean, he kind of got to worry about what country he go to, but not really. Not really. So none of these people are going to be hey, Justin, I already know what type of person you are. I ain't gonna really talk to them that much, but he says not Europe, it's NATO. You fucking idiot. NATO is full of nothing but European. Look. If you got a problem with what I'm talking about or whatever, you don't have to be here. I know I'm doing this whole vertical live streams and I have to deal with y'all, whatever the fucks that got some type of problem with whatever. And I'm saying this because it's like, you don't have to be here. Basically, I'm trying to tell you I'm in a blocking. This ain't one of those live streams. All right, you can take your English cigarette ass on to some other live stream and go troll somebody else. This one you're going to get blocked on, right? You see? So NATO is Europe, you fucking English cigarette. Okay? So I don't know what problem you got take your ass to one of your folks' pages. Real talk. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, Russia has a serious problem with Europe, as well as NATO. NATO is mostly European countries. Don't listen to that fucking pale-faced demon. Don't listen to that mom. Them the type of, here, let me get this faggot out of here. Yeah, let me get him out of here. Damn, I gotta go back and edit that word out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna block my page, you're just gonna demonetize the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and edit that word out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this on my second page for that English cigarette. I don't like people in here like that. And that's why I made my page for us, because I gotta deal with people, I gotta deal with these same people talking about racism don't exist in our country and we're victim mentality. I gotta deal with them coming on my page because YouTube is a free area for people. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta be able to have them people on my page too, but I don't have to let them talk to me any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to let them talk to me any kind of way. But anyway, yeah, Putin has a real serious problem with Europe. You know what I'm saying? He has a real serious problem. I don't know, and it's really the history between Europe and Russia, but he has a serious problem with Europe. And America, y'all niggas is stupid. Y'all niggas is tough. Look, I'm still having fun on here. We're gonna still have fun on here. I tried to hold it in. Man. But I especially when I'm trying to talk about something serious, I hate it when they come on my page. I do. I hate it when they come over here. When really my page is for everybody. It's for white English cigarettes too. You know what I mean? Just shut the fuck up. And if you don't like it, just go to another video. That's all. Oh, we over here trying to talk about some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell when the way they be talking, they be pale-faced demons, and I know what they're gonna get to. And I really don't have a problem with no white people. They got a problem with me. They are so insecure about me. Not all of them. You know what I mean? Especially not the white women. But these dudes be insecure, and I just don't get it on some masculine shit. If you white and you LGBTQ, I get it. Okay. On some masculine shit, I don't get it. If you got a problem, I don't get it why you just don't go to another stream. Them coming on here talking shit, and then they go straight to the, you know, because really what it is these dudes like my hairstyle. They can't replicate the hairstyle, and they want to do something to me and my hairstyle. That's disgusting. That I don't worry about none of these comments. They want to do some foul stuff to me and my hairstyle, and I don't identify with that, and I don't identify as that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he said, I deeply studied the psychology of racism, apologists, and deniers. They get sexual pleasure from denying the existence and impact of. I can see that. Most of them probably come on here. I ain't gonna be trying to deal with that. I don't be trying to deal with them. It's just the way they troll different than other people. The way they disrespect is different than other people. And they're a very weak group of people. The only reason they do stuff like that is because of the police. You know what I'm saying? Yo, too cool. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But I still have a certain way that I do this shit, right? And I try not to disrespect when I do this shit. And I try not to be boring and lazy when I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I'm sorry. Let me go. Let me get microaggression. That's exactly what it is. He says, so are we deporting transgenders too? I don't know if that should be the question. I don't know. I don't know what transgenders got to do with this. You know, if anything, they need to make them motherfuckers go to war too, just like everybody else. They need to go to war too, just like everybody else. Said, do us FBAs have any dog in this fight? Yes, we do. Anytime America's at a war, we can act like it ain't none of our business, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you this right now. You know, Hawkmo, I know you be over here all the time. You know, you like family over here. So I'll tell you like this, man. You know, how can you say you don't have a dog in the fight when this guy Putin is talking about dropping some shit in America? One way or another, American bases. What they're saying online is they're saying Putin next step is he's about to get he said, I've been waiting for one of y'all to say that. No. Hey, sorry, I'm gonna get back to that. Hubert Cumberdale, this is what I need from you and your folks. Show me how. I don't know how to not lump y'all all together, just like y'all lump us all together. Just like I got to deal with everybody on here calling me P. Diddy. I never met P. Diddy. I never did no business with P. Diddy. But since P. Diddy looked like me, I got to deal with all the comments of people comparing him to P. Diddy. That's what we do as Americans. So no. You and your folks have to show us how it's done, because that's all I know. I've lived in America my whole entire life. That's all I know is how to lump people together. You and your folks need to teach people how to do that, okay? Until your folks teach people how to do that, don't come over here and try to get us how to do that, right? Y'all the leaders of America, right? Y'all the patriots. You see what I'm saying? Y'all the patriots, right? So y'all need to teach us how to not stereotype. When you can teach us how to not stereotype, then we can learn. We can learn off of y'all. Until then, you ain't gotta try to get us to not lump people together. No, that's all I know, because I'm American. We lump everybody together. Before we even comment on the news section, what we do? When we see a suspect and they don't say no description, we wait before we comment to find out what description they is, right? Why we do that? Because we're used to lumping people together. I gotta watch whenever you see a news article, some dude went around stabbing all these people before you can even comment on there. We're all like this. Before we comment on it, we got to find out, oh, is he black or is he white? Before we put a real comment out on it. Even if they don't say what the description is, white people go and say, I think I know what he is. They don't want to say his description, even though he might be white. They'll already say he's probably black because they don't want to say his description. So no. Don't blame me for being American. Don't blame me for being American, okay? I'm an American, okay? So when we as Americans can learn to stop doing this, I agree with you. This will be a much better place. But don't put no accountability on me, and this is what I was fed. In grammar school, in high school, this is what I was fed. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's keep it going. They just fired this missile yesterday. Someone asked, is this a lie? Yeah, this is a lie. They just fired this missile yesterday. So yeah, we're in this zone right now. They just fired this missile yesterday. Let's keep going on with the video.
US officials.
I apologize, y'all. I should have did a horizontal. This ain't one of those troll joints. And yeah, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll just make it subscriber.
The Russians may have shot down 2 of the missiles, powerful weapons with a maximum range of close to 200 miles.
First of all, it's going to help our troops right now at the front lines.
Alexandra Ustinova is a member of Ukraine's parliament who told us she lobbied the US government to allow Ukraine to use the ATACMS deep inside Russia. The US only agreed.
I got to say something to this PFD. No PFD. It doesn't mean I'm inferior. What it means is I'm smart. You're not as cunning. You and your folks aren't as cunning as you think you are. And what I mean by this is, if I'm dealing with a whole group of people, right, that are stereotyping people, creating all kind of systems, why the fuck I'm gonna be a better person than them so they can keep doing it? No. Do you understand that we can read now? We can read now, right? Ain't nobody stupid. Ain't nobody dumb enough to go to your tricks. Why would I show my hand of cards to somebody that won't show me their cards, right? Why am I going to be a better person to people that are pieces of shit and have been pieces of shit for hundreds of years? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. Keep the same energy. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. Christ did not mean turn the other cheek as far as let people beat up on you. That's not what he meant. That's that bullshit that y'all teaching through that white Jesus shit. When I'm going to be a better person to people that are pieces of shit, they need to learn how to be better. I'm already a better person. When they can meet me there, then we can be like that. I have white friends. I ain't like that with my white friends. My white friends don't act like you English cigarettes. Nobody inferior to them folks. People just tired of their shit. When I'm going to sit there and what kind of idiot is going to sit there and not lump them together and they lumping everybody together? That's a house Negro. This ain't no house Negro page, man. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna deal with them because I'll put my subscriber thing on. They got to pay the tax.
Ago, worried it could. She lobbied the U.S. government to allow Ukraine to use the maximum range of close to 200 miles.
First of all, it's going to help our troops right now at the front lines.
Alexandra Ustinova is a member of Ukraine's parliament who told us she lobbied the US government to allow Ukraine to use the ATACMS deep inside Russia.
So this woman, right, this is a Ukrainian woman. This woman has been vouching for your tax money. She pretty much don't really care about your country. She's putting her country over your country. I don't see anything wrong with that. We're just not putting our country first, right? He said God got me out just in time. She's Ukrainian. I stay around Russians, right? All this is Russians, like right across all Russians. Last night, a whole bunch of black dudes and some white people in front of me almost got into a fight. Australians. So I'm around a lot of different white people that's not Americans right now. I'm going to say her as a Ukrainian, and if you on here and you black American, she probably thinks that you're inferior to her, and she definitely doesn't like you. One thing that Russia was right about is that Ukraine army, and that it's a country full of Nazis. Point blank, period. It's a country full of Nazis. The government tries to hide these videos. This is not no conspiracy theory. You can look all online and see every week a video goes viral of one of these cats doing the hell H word. You know what I mean? On the battlefield. After winning a battle, after shooting something, they doing the hell H. So we're giving money to straight up N-words and not Negroes. We're giving money to, I'm trying not to say the word, but y'all know them German dudes. We're giving money to people that's carrying on that legacy, right? And I'm pretty sure she's very aware of that legacy. I'm pretty sure she definitely mostly aligns with it. She looks like she's aging horribly. One thing about racism that I don't like is, like, you have to be kind of stupid to believe in it. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm 40. She's probably younger than me. You can't tell me she looks she looks like she can be like my mother or aunt or something like that. She's probably younger than me. But in her head, somehow, some way, I don't know what it is, she feels like genetically she's better than me. I don't get it. I don't see how they come to that conclusion. But whatever the case, let's look at what your tax money is doing. For those y'all niggas that is paying tax, a lot of y'all niggas don't. Y'all get happy tax season come around. You ain't like me where you like, God, I gotta get these cats $35,000, right? Just for it to go to this pale-faced demon.
Ukraine's parliament, who told us she lobbied the US government to allow Ukraine to use the ATACMS deep inside Russia. The US only agreed to it 2 days ago, worried it could escalate the conflict.
Are you angry that the US didn't give Ukraine permission earlier to use?
That question is nasty work. That question is nasty work. Are you angry? The fuck are you be angry about? You don't even have the right to be angry. This is none of your money. This is nothing. We don't owe you anything. Yo, America is a piece of work. Your country is a piece of work. They give you nothing for all the shit that you've done, and give people that don't deserve anything, that just look like them, they give them everything. Your country is a piece of conflict.
Are you angry that the US didn't give Ukraine permission earlier to use the ATACMS deep inside Russia? I'm really disappointed that every decision that the US government is making comes about 6 months later than it was needed.
Russia accuses the US of adding fuel to the fire. And today, Vladimir Putin approved a change in Russia's nuclear doctrine, lowering the threshold for a nuclear strike. A US official called that irresponsible rhetoric. President Biden allowed the broader use of ATACMS after more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers were deployed to Russia.
Now, I'm going to say this. This is unpatriotic. This is unpatriotic by Biden. This is a spit in the face to this country. Why would you do something? Nigga, you got 2 months left, a month and a half left in your term. 2 months, because it's middle of January. You got 2 months left in your term. Why would you do that to the incoming president? Why would you put him, whether you like him or not? First of all, it's not a separation. Let's get past that. It's not a separation. These people are together, right? The separation is when it comes to us. So I'm going to say, apparently, this is what they want to do. But if we're accepting the story that they're giving us, why would you do this 2 months before somebody's supposed to come into office? You can't undo what the elections did, which he's happy. I mean, I've never seen Biden smile the way he's been smiling this last couple of weeks since Kamala lost. Let's just be real, man. I need my Kawak balls. I don't know what the fuck that is. You're right. This is gonna happen one way or another. I'm not disagreeing with that. I just don't think. I think it was just in poor. It ain't happened up until this point. It ain't happened. Why not just wait 2 months and let him go and do that? That will be the right thing to do. That will be the right thing to do. But you're right. Utterly what you're saying is right. It was gonna happen anyway. But still, 2 months before you're on your way out, man, just let the shit chill. Just be like, look, I'm on my way out of office, Zelensky. There's another guy coming in. You two, y'all can actually start talking now. Legally, they can start talking now. In another 2 months, y'all can handle it. I'm a lame duck president. I'm on my way out. I don't think it will be right for me to start this off on my way out. That's just the only right thing to do. I don't get what this was for. I don't. I don't get what this was for. Hold on. I need my sound effects.
You ain't black.
Yeah, we in there now.
You ain't black.
Yes, I am. I that's one thing about Biden I'm gonna miss. That motherfucker will tell you real fast that you ain't black.
Nasty.
He told Kamala Harris in a debate that she wasn't black. Then he got her as his vice president, and they pushed her as her being black. But the smile that dude gave when he talked about Trump, I totally believe he was happy with the results. If you know what his wife did, his wife went to vote wearing all red. And you can try to say, some of y'all can try, well, maybe she didn't know how that would look. No. These people are around some of the smartest people in the world. Her assistants told her, do you know if you go in there dressed in all red, that people are going to take this as the red wave, and they're going to take this that you're going to vote. You're voting for Trump. That's what they're going to take this as. She went and did it anyway. And she walked out with this big ass, demonic, pale face, demon ass smile, right? And Biden has a big pale face, demon ass smile now. They're very happy. I told you, these people, that whole bullshit that it's the Republicans, these people are in it together. Biden is just as racist as Trump. And in fact, Biden has more of a racist political background than Trump, as far as like laws being passed and shit like that. I hate it that that's a fact, but that's a fact. You see what I'm saying? It just comes down to us being black. We don't have nobody on our side. Some of y'all black people like Trump. That's good and that's fine and dandy. And it's a free country. You are. It don't offend me that y'all like Trump. It might offend you that Trump don't like your black ass. Trump don't like you. His followers don't like you either. And if they can get away with it, ain't nobody looking. They'll put hands on you with a Trump shirt on. They'll put hands on you, right? So, you can love Trump. You can be a black Trump supporter. I know over here on this page, that shit don't offend nobody over here. The only thing that I look at that makes me laugh is that nigga don't want nothing to do with y'all. Unless you can help him, get some votes or help him business-wise, I don't give a fuck about you, man. He got a few of them he do care about, though. I ain't gonna lie. Trump has a few that he cares about. And he calls them, these are my black friends. Oh, there he goes right there. It's my black friend over there. Right? Right? So anyway, this woman is about to tell you how she's really disappointed in decisions that America is making with our tax money. Well, our tax money ain't paid a fucking dime of our taxes. But she's upset and disappointed about our tax money. Don't look like she showered.
I'm really disappointed that every decision that the US government is making comes about 6 months later than it was needed.
Russia accuses the US of adding fuel to the fire. And today, Vladimir Putin approved a change in Russia's nuclear doctrine, lowering the threshold for a nuclear strike. A US official called that irresponsible rhetoric.
Look, y'all fucks with me in this World War III stream. How many live streams have we done with Putin threatening nuclear, a nuclear strike for the involvement, the excessive involvement of America? How many times have America just ignored him and did whatever they wanted to do? And he even said, how many times have he even said out of his mouth, I understand what nuclear wars mean. I understand it. I don't want to do this. Y'all keep getting closer to Moscow. We promised him, George Bush promised him, they would not push NATO closer to Moscow, right? They did that under the Bill Clinton administration and George Bush administration. Under the George Bush administration, they actually asked to become a part of NATO. And at the end of George Bush administration, they let him know we're actually creating NATO in spite of you. Let's not talk about this comes maybe a decade and a half after America convinced them to dissipate in the USSR. They dissipated the USSR, gave away Georgia, gave away a couple other places. For those of y'all that don't know geography and politics, I'm not talking about Atlanta, Georgia. This is Georgia that used to be a part of Russia in Europe. I just met a broad from Georgia last night. All them chicks all out here. You know what I mean? But I hate to hear shit like this. This is irresponsible. No, this motherfucker been telling y'all the last 2 years. He been telling y'all for 2 years, I don't want to use nukes. Don't get involved in this. This is y'all fault, but we trying to go at it with just Ukraine. But then now he's preparing. At least he's trying to show forth that he's ready to use nukes. And this is irresponsible. Man, this is how shit gets popped
The threshold for a nuclear strike. A US official called that irresponsible rhetoric. President Biden allowed the broader use of ATACMS after more than 10,000 North Korean soldiers were deployed to Russia, bolstering Moscow's forces. Today, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that number could grow to 100,000.
Putin is focused on winning this war. He will not stop on his own. He will.
Putin.
That right there, that's your reparations right there. Him right there. That's your that's where your reparation money went at right there. That's your that's you looking at it right here. Here's your reparations in human form right here. Right here. They've given these people an extraordinary amount of money that haven't done anything for America. There's no pale-faced demon that can come on here and make me think that these people deserve more money than ancestors of America that built the whole country and that's still going through bullshit that sells the American culture. White people can't sell the American culture. I'm here with these broads now. When they go in American culture, they're not looking y'all shit up. They're not. Nobody would give a fuck about America and our entertainment and our culture if it wasn't for us. That's why they make these movies. They can't let us have our own movies unless we fucking each other up, right? Then if we have our own movies and there's a hero in it, white person got to be involved in that. Even with Black Panther, right? You won't see no movies without some white, good, a heavenly white dude, right? Helping somebody out to do. I be telling these people out here, that's the movies. Them white people don't exist. Don't exist. Remember that Blind Side with the football player? And she just they made a movie, this Midwest family, they so good and just God-loving folks. Let the big black man in the room with her daughter because his family is fucked up and the guy was going to the NFL. Yeah, that's Hollywood. Real life, they was robbing the dude. Made more money off his career than he did. Right? These people don't exist. Them Hollywood stories, they don't exist. It's just PFDs. I hate to tell y'all that. Not all of them is PFDs, but we are in a PFD-ridden country. And this is your reparations right here. Someone who ain't did nothing to build this country. Someone that's actually doing shit that's putting white people's wealth in danger. That's your reparations right there.
On winning this war, he will not stop on his own.
Today marks 1,000 days since Vladimir Putin launched his invasion. We were here when it began, Nora, and we've witnessed Ukrainians lose their homes, their limbs, and their lives in a war they never wanted.
Holly Williams, thank you for all your reporting from the front lines.
So, okay, let's look at y'all make sure y'all follow my backup page. I'm taking this down off of this page when this is over. I'm putting it up on my backup page at Moxy Approved Live. I'm gonna keep making these announcements like Putin. I'm gonna keep making it until y'all see it happen. I'm eventually, very soon, I'm not gonna live stream. I'm making this page more mainstream as far as my uploads, and I'm not gonna live stream on this page anymore. I'm already starting here and there on my second page, Moxy Approved Live. Let's look at what Russia has the capabilities of doing to you, not to Biden, to you.
Attack on Russia, destroying all major cities and killing. If the USA and UK launch a coordinated missile attack on Russia, destroying all major cities and killing President Putin along with the entire military leadership, Russia has a backup system in place for retaliation, the dead hand. This automated system is designed to respond to such a scenario. Sensors across Russia will collect data on radiation, heat, and seismic activity, confirming a nuclear strike. The system will then await instructions from Moscow's command center. If no response is received, Dead Hand will assume the leadership has been wiped out. At that point, the system will autonomously launch approximately 4,000 nuclear missiles at the USA and its NATO allies.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you understand what you're hearing, though? Let me break it down for you. If the U.S. happened to be successful and killed off some of the executives or some of Putin and some of his cronies on the executive branch of their government, they have a system that just thinks that will go, an AI system that will go, okay, the leadership is gone. Shoot 4,000 nukes. Nasty. Your victory is a defeat. Do you know what that's saying? That's basically saying, in a way, if you have a way to kill, that's almost making Putin, other than by Russian hands, and I know how America is doing right now. Right now, I'm pretty sure for years, America is trying to convert some of these Russian diplomats to turn on Putin. That's the only way Putin gonna be gone. Russia has to do it themselves. So he's pretty much untouchable. He's pretty much untouchable. If they have a location on Putin, all of his cronies in one location where they at, or in several locations, they can kill them all like that. That's the death of America. That's the death of the world. That's the death of the world. They have more nuclear bombs than we have. They have bigger nuclear bombs than we have. They can't fuck with us with conventional warfare, right? But nukes, they got that on lock. They got more uranium than anybody else. They're giving uranium to Iran. They're giving uranium. They helped North Korea make a nuke themselves, right? He said, Mr. Putin, are you there? No response. Boom. Yup. Initiating nuclear launch protocol. And it's something else that he said that always struck me. He did a speech last year where he said, he's much smarter. I'm going to say, I know y'all hate this term or this person I'm about to say it, but I'm also going to, you know, I have to keep it real about some shit. You know, I'm more balanced than a lot of y'all, though I do agree with some of the stuff y'all saying about Barack. But I'm going to, in my opinion, the only president we had that's anywhere near as smart as Putin, probably I will have to put Barack there. I'll probably have to put Barack there. Other than that, we don't have a president that's as smart or even as tough and trial tested as Putin. Putin was a KGB officer before all of this. Like their level of CIA, like doing espionage and shit like that. He been in, Trump ain't never been in that fray. Neither has Obama. The only one, in my opinion, that I can say is two people, in my opinion, that I can say will have the wherewithal that Putin had, but they never made it to become president, is I would say Colin Powell and I'm talking people that could have been president. I'm going to say Colin Powell. I'm going to say John McCain. Those are people that's trial and tested. They know politics. They know all of that. A lot of these people are just politicians. They don't know military. They're not a real, even though the president is the military leader, they have no military experience. Trump has no military experience. Barack Obama has no military experience. George Bush, he made sure he did shit in the military and snorting cocaine. Bill Clinton, I think Bill Clinton served. He didn't go to war, though. I think he served, but he didn't go to war. Don't quote me on that one. Biden, he got nothing to do with the military. It's my backup channel right here. Yo, that's funny. This is funny right here. America is equivalent to a rich child with no real life experience. That's funny. But our presidents don't be having the wherewithal that these people have. They don't have the military experience that these people have. Our presidents, they ain't never been in that warfare, nothing like that. They're taking the advice of the head generals. Said Clinton was a draft dodger. I figured that. They're taking the military advice of our generals, and they get the final say. But it ain't from experience. It ain't. Thank God we have a president that doesn't want war. That is not true. He's totally for war in Israel right now, and Iran. He hates Iran. Iran is trying to kill Trump. And that war is a little bit more, I ain't gonna say that. That's me talking out my ass. I ain't gonna say it's a little bit more serious. They're equally as serious, but I personally think the Israeli-Iran situation, I think that one is directly gonna lead to World War III more than Ukraine and Russia. But I could be wrong. He said we should have elected Mad Dog Madison. General Mad Dog Madison. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a give and take. You can have a president, you can have a president that could be very good at, politics and policies and something and shit like that, not be good at war. But then you can also have a president that's good at military and all that and not know nothing about the politics and shit like that. I think John McCain, once again, I think John McCain and Colin Powell were two balanced figures in that. And neither one of them ended up becoming president. Said I don't believe Iran had anything to do with any plots against Trump. Maybe not, probably not, but they are open where they're trying to kill Trump. Trump is the most wanted man in the world right now. And we just watched him. We haven't seen a presidential candidate or a president attempt to be assassinated in how long? They tried to kill this nigga twice. I personally don't think both of them was real. At least one of them, I believe, was fake. Said this means draft, and I don't see that working well. People always run to the draft, and don't quote me on this. This is just my opinion. I think even if we go to war, I don't think they're gonna do a draft. These type wars, they're gonna need less soldiers. We're on the brink of AI war, folks. China got all kind of AI weapons and shit like that. China got that dog, and the dog that they got compared to the AI dog that we got is a beast. The dog that they got know how to weaponize himself, take the weapon off, put the weapon on. The world that we are, I'm glad I'm getting old, man. I'm glad I'm getting old. I ain't ready to die, but I'm glad I'm getting old, man. Because the world that we going into is fucked. You're about to, in this next, you already starting to see the little Tesla robots and stuff like that. In this next 10 years, human life is going to be so devalued, and AI advice and AI accessories are going to trend so high. Some shit. Like, this will be a complete technological war. I agree. Which means more people are going to die, though, also. Life is going to be less valued. More people going to die. Don't no damn robot give a fuck about making a mistake and hitting civilians.
Nuclear strike. The system will then await instructions from Moscow's command center. If no response is received, Dead Hand will assume the entire military leadership. Russia has a backup system in place for retaliation, the Dead Hand. This automated system is designed to respond to such a scenario. Sensors across Russia will collect data on radiation, heat, and seismic activity, confirming a nuclear strike. The system will then await instructions from Moscow's command center. If no response is received, Dead Hand will assume the leadership has been wiped out. At that point, the system will autonomously launch approximately 4,000 nuclear missiles at the USA and its NATO ally, triggering global devastation. Destruction will be widespread, ensuring that even in death, Russia retaliates. This kind of automated retaliation system ensures that no matter the outcome, the consequences of such an attack would be catastrophic. In the end, the use of nuclear weapons guarantees mutual destruction, a grim reminder of the fragile balance of power.
Now, us seeing this and noticing this, us seeing this, and noticing this, it has to bring you to some kind of conclusion. If you know Russia has something like this and can destroy all of this, first of all, this is nasty work. You know, this is the world we live in. This is nasty work. And what I mean by that is I work in tech. So I know things can malfunction. AI, whatever. Things malfunction. Just the fact that we're all in risk, just the fact that a system like this even exists. Do you understand what I'm telling you? If you do your research, there's been many situations that they speak on. There's some videos on that on YouTube. I've seen some documentaries on the History Channel where there were little mistakes. Some of them electronic, some of them human, right? Some of them human. There's some famous mistakes in the history of war that are more human, but there have been mistakes almost made to the point where a nuclear war has happened. Somebody thinking that, you know, don't quote me on this, but you know, it might be some shrapnel falling from a satellite in the sky, and somehow they think that that's a missile coming from somewhere. They're about ready to press a button. It's been so many situations like that, folks. So Chernobyl. I mean, it's been so many situations where a war could start from a mistake. I mean, look at this in World War II. If you know World War II, Germany lost that war. Germany could have won that war. They lost that war from a human mistake. The way the story goes is there was a pilot that was not too far from Russia. They already had a plan to attack Russia. It wasn't at that time. One of the pilots in Germany, I believe, who they later on killed, misheard some directions and thought that he was directed to start firing on Russia. Russia, for what they knew at that time, and Germany were allies at that time. Hitler was pretty open about his inspiration from Stalin, right? They didn't expect all of that. All of a sudden, they're getting bombed. And they didn't know that was in the plan. Germany always had that in the plan, but they were more they were going to be more tactical with it. It was a plan that they knew amongst themselves that they didn't let out like that, right? So the pilot misheard the information, started shooting missiles in Russia. So then it forced Germany to start to go through their plans or that they had planned, but they didn't want to go through. They had to proceed with it anyway because he started shooting missiles in Russia. And what they learned is that they were not ready for a war in Russia. They were not ready for that cold. And the Russians been living in that cold. Russians can actually survive off of just vodka and no food, right? So just the fact that something like this exists, it's just dangerous. But the point I want to make on that is you would think, knowing that somebody has a system like this that exists, that if you get rid of their whole administration, that they have a system that just on itself is just going to fire all over the place and destroy the world. You would think you would be more inclined, at least on this topic, get them economically, do sanctions. You would think for this, you'll be more inclined to have a conversation with these folks and try to dissipate these folks, especially when you're guilty of what they're doing 10 times over. What Russia is doing, America did this 10 times over. 10 times over. They also have bunker busters. Yes, Russia also has enough bunkers to fit 88% of their population in these bunkers. Russia actually has stuff to protect their citizens. America doesn't. They have you might not even know this, but you're surrounded by a lot of if you're in a major city right now, you can look it up. There's websites you can look it up. You're surrounded by a lot of old, unknown bunkers that probably wouldn't stand to today's nukes, but they were there for back in the day for the Cold World. That now the Cold War. Now, probably the city officials, probably officials in your city know where these bunkers are. The city officials might have their own bunkers for all you know, but there are bunkers out there. As a whole, they don't have no bunkers out there for the citizens. They don't have no bunkers out there for us. Reportedly, because I don't like spitting conspiracy theories, I'm pretty sure about this one. They have a whole underground city not too far from DC where all of them can go. I know for a fact they have an underground bunker in the White House where the president can go at, but I know they have a whole city around DC for all the politicians, a whole underground city. I'm talking about like places to eat, all underground. We do know what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg in Hawaii. We didn't even talk about that. How all these billionaire elites this past year built their own bunkers. That Mark Zuckerberg has his own facility underground. A whole, like, I'm not even talking about facility. He pretty much got his own city underground where he can live at for, I think they said a decade. So it's just unfortunate that they're putting themselves in position to be able to withstand what's coming while making deals to make sure that this shit is gonna happen. It's a shame, man. That's just a shame. That's just a shame. And everything is set up for a major disaster. Look at what's happening in your face. Everything is set up for a major disaster. They've almost made cash worthless. If a major disaster was to happen, man-made disaster, nukes and all that, if it was to happen tomorrow and then remnants of this world be left after that, they already have a cash system for the world now. Now, if you want to go deeper into it, Bitcoin, yeah, it's turned into like this little currency that's going on in the world. But just so you know, I know what's going on. Bitcoin will not be the currency that the world is using. Bitcoin is just the face of it. If you're into video games, Bitcoin, like Revelations put me onto this. Also, Charles Davison put me onto this too. Actually, he put me onto that first. Bitcoin is not going to be, for those of y'all in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is not going to be the major world cryptocurrency that everybody is using. We don't know which one it is, but one of these cryptocurrencies is going to be the one that the whole world is using, and it won't be Bitcoin. And the reason why I say it won't be Bitcoin, Venezuela has tried this out. Bitcoin is very inefficient when a lot of people are using it. The whole population can't use Bitcoin. It's certain shit to where it's like it'll take you 15 minutes for a transaction to go through. Now imagine the whole world using that. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But there's hundreds of cryptocurrencies out there. You know, there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies that are utilities. Like there's what is the name of that cryptocurrency? I know Ethereum has a lot of cryptocurrencies that has contracts in it. And what contracts is in it, you can pay people and stuff like that, and the taxes and all that automatically taken out. That's probably one of them. Ethereum coins is probably the ones that people will start using. You know, because companies will be able to pay people and they'll be able to pay you. And it's just like how they take the W-2, they take it out. It'll as it's being paid, it automatically takes it out. They don't even have to do the calculations or nothing. It'll just automatically take it out. You said no tips on how to survive. Yeah, there's a lot of preppers out there. I try not to make everything about race, but the white people are very, not all of them, a lot of white people, especially in the Midwest, they are very prepared for what's about to come. The thing about them that I don't like, because I watch these prepper videos, is y'all know who these people are making it. You know, I do be wanting to do collabs with other YouTubers and shit like that, but I'm gonna always speak my mind out there. And if I can't do collabs with other YouTubers, I don't give a fuck. Because I got to tell the truth about some shit. But these preppers and all that, a lot of them are PFDs. And I say that because you watch these prepper videos, and when it comes into, well, you need to prepare for this, prepare for that, and they show you what you're preparing for, and how people can ransack your crib, they always using a black person. Next year, I'm going to do a fund on my page to make some media. I got about 3 scripts wrote, doing the same shit to them that they do to us. I'm just deciding which one I'm gonna go with. I got about 3 scripts, bro. I have a short film on Amazon that I'm selling now. I've been selling now. I won a whole bunch of short film contests. But yeah, next year I'm gonna do a GoFundMe, and I'm gonna start off my filmography career on YouTube. I think I've done a whole year showing y'all that I know how to do all that Hollywood shit. I write, film, and edit all my own stuff. I don't have no help. That's why some of my projects come out a little bit later. It's a Mike Tyson video I wanted to make. I don't know if I should even do it now because it might be out of the algorithm by the time I finish it. But I want to do what they do to us. I want to do what they do to us because I'm from Hollywood. I know what they're doing. But they got all these videos they make about prepping. And when you see what they prepping against, they prepping against you. I made over $100,000 a year the last 4 or 5 years of my life. Not this year, because I've been all YouTube this year. I ain't about to lie to y'all and tell you I made $100,000 this year. But other than this year, last 5 years of my life, I done made $100,000. I ain't about to go. I don't know what the fuck these people think. What it is what they think is they did a lot of foul stuff and they waiting for us to get them back. And they feel like if they turn off all the lights and they shoot a nuke, that they gotta watch out for us. They're insecure because they know what they did is demonic, and they're waiting for us to come back. Well, if you're smart like me, you know that the comeback ain't gonna come from us. It's gonna come from somebody that's more powerful than them. You ain't gonna have no weapon to be able to get past what he doing. But they think that this guy's on their side. They think that Jesus is on their side. That's what they think. Nasty. This is a mess. And if you want me to be honest with you, I ain't gonna say we ain't no we. Our ancestors did some stuff and put us in a bad situation. This stuff that's happening, they deserve it. They deserve it. They deserve it. Ain't no we. We don't deserve it. We paying for what our ancestors did, right? We paying for it right now. Them was coming, they deserve it. They deserve it. But you're going to be caught up in that too because you're around them. I got to probably come home in the next 2 months, one way or another. I don't want to pay with them folks. I don't. And I don't deserve to fuck that American shit. Y'all FBA niggas can keep that American shit. You go over, you be that American motherfucker and you die with them. You die with your oppressors. I don't want to die with them. I don't. And I don't deserve it. I'm not afraid to die. For a good cause, I'll die like that. For a good cause, I'll die today. I don't want to die with them. Because what was supposed to come over there, let's be real, they deserve it. They deserve it. I don't deserve that shit. I don't deserve that shit. Nor do I want to go. I'd rather die by a hoe. You hear what I'm telling you? I'd rather die at the hands of a hoe than to die for what they did and to suffer with them. I'd rather die from a hoe. They deserve it. I'm not taking that back. They deserve it.
III than we are today under Joe Biden. A global conflict.
Ain't nobody preaching no hate, man. Ain't nobody preaching no hate, man. Look at this dude right here. All this shit. Look at this dude right here. This ain't hate. This ain't hate. First week in office, white people reparations. That ain't hate. what they call that one of y'all know the word. What's that symptoms that they call it? Some symptoms where people take the mind of their oppressor, and they almost feel like they deserve what their oppressor put on them. What symptom is that? I forgot. Some of y'all been using that word. What symptom is that? When you almost act like you deserve what the oppressor is putting you through. Nah, man, this their time, and they deserve their time. Larry Trump, I fucks with you. You can die with them. Get it in the mud with them. Go ahead. You get it in the mud with them. I ain't getting in the mud with them. I know what they did to my ancestors. I don't know what you are. I know what they did to my ancestors. Maybe you can forget that. You forget it for your ancestors. You don't speak for my ancestors. Some of my ancestors lived their whole fucking life and didn't have a day of freedom. You die with them. You go and prep with them. Go and get your arms and go hang with them. I don't want to be with them, man. I don't want to be with them. I'd rather watch. Stockholm Syndrome. That's exactly what it is. I ain't part of that Stockholm Syndrome. I'd rather watch. I don't owe them niggas nothing. And they'll tell you the same thing when you ask for the money that they owe you, 40 acres and a mule. They'll tell you, nigga, I don't owe you nothing. You die with them, Larry Trump. I ain't about to die with them. You go and prepare with them. You go and eat and you go and dine with them. And you die with them. I don't want nothing to do with it.
We have never been closer to World War III than we are today under Joe Biden. A global conflict between nuclear-armed powers would mean death and destruction on a scale unmatched in human history. It would be nuclear Armageddon. Nothing is more important than avoiding that nightmare. We will avoid it, but we need new leadership. Every day this proxy battle in Ukraine continues, we risk global war. We must be absolutely clear that our objective is to immediately have a total cessation of hostilities. All shooting has to stop. This is the central issue. We need peace without delay. In addition, there must also be a complete commitment to dismantling the entire globalist neocon establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad, while they turn us into a third world country and a third world dictatorship.
Let's be real though, Medusa. If it does go down like this, technically we can't put this on Trump. Gonna have to put it on Biden.
Right here at home. The State Department, the defense bureaucracy, the intelligence services, and all of the rest need to be completely overhauled and reconstituted to fire the deep staters and put America first. We have to put America first. Finally, we have to finish the process we began under my administration of fundamentally reevaluating NATO's purpose.
I'm that Melly. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, my ancestors was taken from Israel. Some of us went to Spain. We got captured by Portuguese. They took us down to where they at Nigeria. That's why the Nigerians don't like us and they start shipping us around the world. We ain't got the same ancestors. My folks don't need America. My folks is popping. My folks will go anywhere in this world and get it popping. My folks ain't stuck with this American shit. My folks are bigger. My folks are more important than America, and that's why they know it. My folks, America started. They started America on the backs of my folks, and they started as a Christian country, but they were all atheists. They did it as some stupid type of sacrifice to a God that they knew to exist, but they knew it was my God, right? Hitler even told them that. Y'all stupid for doing it with them. Them the Jews of God. Y'all surely are trying to put your country to shame one day, right? So no, that ain't my ancestors. That's what that Tariq and Nasheed shit. No, my ancestors, no. My ancestors came from Israel, right? You got some people there hijacking my identity. You see what I'm saying? You got some people there that's over my whole community because they know this. They started up the schools in my whole community. They own the image of my whole community because they so afraid of my community finding out who we are. So no, that's y'all. Y'all stuck with that America shit. And I'm going to tell you this. You and your identity ain't nothing without America. But the difference between your identity and my identity is America's identity ain't nothing without mine. You need America. I don't need America. My people can go anywhere and make that place popping. My people go anywhere, and the Americans you talk about will follow us there and try to copy off of us. I ain't stuck with that American shit. My folks made America great. America ain't make my people great. You're right. We got something different going on. I don't know what your folks got going on. We got something different going on. I got a Native American grandma. I'm black. I ain't trying to stick to all this other shit. I ain't trying to make America more important than what it is. I know my folks is more important than America. I know my folks is more important than America. I feel you. That's that Tariq Nasheed shit. I ain't on that shit. I don't need America. America need me. I'm seeing it myself, full force. They can't do nothing without us. But your folks need America. So I'm with you on that. You had a right to be that. Stick to America. We were here first. America here first. Man, my people, we all over this world. We scattered. We the flyest. We the coolest. It don't matter where we at. We make America great, not the opposite.
NATO's mission. Our foreign policy establishment keeps trying to pull the world into conflict with a nuclear-armed Russia based on the lie that Russia represents our greatest threat. But the greatest threat to Western civilization today is not Russia. It's probably, more than anything else, ourselves and some of the horrible USA-hating people that represent us. It's the abolition of our national borders. And reconstituted to fire the deep staters and put America first. We have to put America first. Finally, we have to finish the process we began under my administration of fundamentally reevaluating NATO's purpose and NATO's mission. Our foreign policy establishment keeps trying to pull the world into conflict with a nuclear-armed Russia based on the lie that Russia represents our greatest threat. But the greatest threat to Western civilization today is not Russia. It's probably, more than anything else, ourselves and some of the horrible USA-hating people that represent us. It's the abolition of our national borders. It's the failure to police our own cities. It's the destruction of the rule of law from within. It's the collapse of the nuclear family and fertility rates like nobody can believe is happening. It's the Marxists who would have us become a godless nation worshiping at the altar of race and gender and environment. And it's the globalist class that has made us totally dependent on.
Now, see, you're right about this, P. Morton. And see, this is my thing with this. And this kind of goes into the conversation we was having earlier about having a military president, where really this is a situation where we really need a military president. No matter what, it don't matter the experience or anything, he's going to have the last say. So a lot of his decisions ain't going to be built off of what really needs to be done. It's going to be built off of what he said he's going to do. And it's going to be built off of some white supremacy type shit, right? It ain't going to be built off what the right thing to do is. See what I'm saying? And it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. He's going to make certain decisions, and I think these decisions going to backfire, and then he's going to have to take back his decisions. Because let's say he do what you're talking about, right? He going to leave NATO, have America, because he did threaten that last time. I think I forgot what I do actually know what YouTuber was, but I ain't going to say his name out there. This fool said Trump took the U.S. out of NATO. No, he didn't. You know how big the news would be if the U.S. ever left NATO? His last administration, he said he threatened to do it. He threatened to do it. So let's say he do something like that. He take the U.S. out of NATO, and then a war gonna kick off in Europe. That shit gonna be big, and guess what? These white folks ain't like us. They know where they're from. Some of these people here gonna want them to do something about Europe. Why are you thinking enough people ain't complaining about white people ain't complaining about Ukraine? That's some of they folks, right? But if they start actually doing this in Europe, these people came from Europe. They know where they from, and they still respect Europe. Some of these people that voted for him is going to ask him to do something on that. You see? So, you know, it's going to turn into a big mess because he's not a military president. For something like this, World War III, you need a military president. You need a military president. Of course, he's getting advised by that. Nobody's saying he ain't getting advised by that. He probably has some of the greatest military minds. It don't matter, though. The last decision comes to him. They could say you should do this, you can do that. And he can say, I'm not doing that. Send the missiles up right now. Now, I'm not going, what I'm saying, this is my opinion, of course. I'm not saying that Trump is going to 100% do that or not listen to folks, because I'll give you an example on this. With Afghanistan, it's a reason why he kept saying he was going to get us out of Afghanistan. He didn't do it. And he let Biden do it, right? Because he was going to do it. And the military folks told him, this is not the time to do it. It's too unstable, right? We didn't reach a lot of our goals. And the terrorists are pretty much not fighting back, waiting for us to leave. The moment we leave, all hell will break loose. And remember, he said he's going to pull us out of Afghanistan. Didn't do it. Then Biden went in there, and Biden did. And all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go follow Black Light Revelations, man. This is my boy. He got a lot of fire content. He got a dope political page. You know what I mean? Y'all make sure y'all go follow him. That's my folks, man. What's up with you, Black Light Revelations?
China and other foreign countries that basically hate us. These globalists want to squander all of America's strength, blood, and treasure, chasing monsters and phantoms overseas while keeping us distracted from the havoc they're creating.
Wait, Mao, I hear what you're saying. Mao says, I'm saying he'll never go rogue. That's wild. Sounds good for the history books, though. I don't know. I hope he don't. But you know, this nigga that follow politics. Let's take a look at this. He wasn't even taking the daily briefings. He was letting his son-in-law, Jewish Jared, not that Jewish means anything. He was letting Jewish Jared get the daily briefings. Do you know what the daily briefings are? The biggest threats every day, every morning. They're supposed to tell the biggest threats to not only the country, but the world. And it's a direct from the CIA, all them folks, directly to the president every day. He was denying them and telling them to tell Jared. Do that sound like somebody that knows what the fuck they doing?
Right here at home. These forces are doing more damage to America than Russia and China could ever have dreamed. Evicting the sick and corrupt establishment is the monumental task for the next president. And I am the only one who can do it. I'm the only one that can get the job done. I know exactly what has to be done.
So yeah, we in for a rough time. We in, yo, that now if that ain't a fact, if that ain't a fact, if that ain't a fact. I mean, our history book. Look, I told you I'm going through a midlife crisis where it's becoming harder to deal with shit that I done dealt with my whole life. And one of them is this. I get so irritated. I don't know why. I get so irritated all of a sudden in my life to think that I come from a country that's created a whole school system, that's created a whole education system built on half lies. Built on half lies. And it's to the point where it's lies that they know, we all know that they teaching lies. It's just, let's just be real. Let's just be real. This shit is getting tough to look at, right? You know, and it is what it is, man. Trump is an idiot. We're doomed. I think we was gonna be doomed no matter what. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'd be shitting bricks right now if this was Kamala on her way in a situation. I would be shitting bricks right now. Period. I'm just gonna be real with that right now. I shit. It will almost be no chance of me coming home right now with this happening with Kamala about to be president. No way. No way. You talking about doomed? Shit. I'm just gonna be real. Oh, LS already said it. Yeah, like, but just to be fair, we don't know if Biden would have did this if Kamala was coming off. Probably. I don't think Biden likes her. I mean, the administration already said that they didn't like her. Said, where has J.D. Vance been missing since the election? No, he hasn't. He's a vice president. They don't do shit. I know they did Kamala wrong on that part. They acted like this was her administration. And the truth is, in the history, no, vice presidents don't do much. Vice president job is just to be there and be ready. He's a backup quarterback. That's what a vice president is. He's a backup quarterback. They have minimal effect on the game, right? Their job, they take a couple reps in practice with the first team just in case the president goes, or the same thing, quarterback or the president goes down. They can go in there and start doing a backup quarterback thing. But that's literally what a vice president is a backup quarterback. That's another one of my great analogies the internet gonna take. Vice president is a backup quarterback. The one thing that they did, which is just politics, is when Kamala Harris ran, they acted like she was a starting quarterback. Acted like she was a starting quarterback. And they act like she was a starting quarterback. It was funny. It was funny they was doing it to her. But even I was trying to explain to her. They're like, oh, why she ain't do this? She in office now. No, she's not. He's a vice president. It's a backup quarterback. And what he is, shit, the president even see him even kick off yet. So he doesn't have nothing to do. When the presidency kicks off, he got to sit there on the sideline and look and watch, see what Trump doing. You see what I'm saying? Just in case something happened to Trump. And he definitely got to do that because something may happen to Trump. So he going to have to be watching, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how Trump moves, seeing all that, seeing how the policies is. So if something happened to him, he can go in there and start throwing passes. But they literally don't have too many tasks and jobs to do as a vice president. They're a backup quarterback. But I hear what you're saying. You said, where am I at with the Russian girls? I don't mess with the Russian girls, man. All these girls here is prostitutes, man. Straight up. Russian or not, I don't deal with them bras. They out here, though. Yeah, that's another problem. That's another problem. That's another problem. Anyway, yep, the president is the QB, not the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. Exactly. Exactly. And definitely not the owner. Exactly. So they got this playing. Let me see. They got this playing online. I'll play a little bit of it. We don't need to watch this bullshit. This ain't none of our business. Oh, I definitely want to watch this. They're trying to dramatize this shit. Never mind. Look at this shit. Definitely don't want to watch that. Let me see if I have anything else on here to share about this. I try not to worry about this, and I'll try not to worry about this, and I don't make these live streams for y'all to worry about this, because at the end of the day, you know, I don't know what y'all believe in. I know what a lot of y'all believe in. I don't know what y'all believe in, you know, but this stuff has to happen. All this stuff has to happen. The transgender stuff has to happen. Men being in the girls' bathroom, that has to happen. All this stuff has to happen. I think if we don't end this next 4 years, the next president, remember I'm telling you all this, the next president will be LGBTQ. At this point, I don't care. I don't care. But I really do think that Trump is about to run amok in this last 4 years or whatever is left. And what they're going to do, they're going to do again. That's why I tell people, hey, I'm in a whole nother country. I wasn't even in America. I could have did a lot. It might have been a lot, but I could have did something to actually vote. So I ain't going to use that as an excuse as Dr. Umar, but I am in another country. There's nothing wrong if you did not vote for this shit. Because at some point, we, as Black Americans, FBA, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, we got to stand our ground and say we don't give a fuck who you putting in there. If nobody has any kind of policies for us, we're just not going to vote. will step back in and start voting when we start hearing policies. At some point, we're gonna have to do that, black people, and stop doing this shit because they're gonna keep. First of all, I know I'm talking to a wall right now. I know I'm talking to a wall right now. I know it's not gonna change anything. The same thing will happen in the next election. He's gonna run amok, and they're gonna be like, look at what he did the last 4 years, and they're gonna throw whoever they want in there. And it's gonna be some shit where it's like we just voting against the Republicans, just voting against the Republicans, right? But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if you didn't vote this election. Nothing. Because I didn't vote this election. I didn't see anybody that was speaking to us. I thought about voting for Kamala. I did. What happened with Kamala is when she made it like that plan was built for us, and y'all told me in the comment section it's for everybody. And I'm like, nah, she said it was for just for us, but I had to do more research. It was for everybody. So that's when I was like, oh, fuck her, man. She basically don't have no policies for us. But she did something that's worse than my mind. Instead of flat out outright saying I have this policy which will help black men, she didn't say that. She said this is my policy for black men, and it was a policy for everybody. So you're telling me you don't have a policy for black men. You have a policy for everybody that will help black men. Not only that, you started off saying that you were from my community, and that's just not true. I'm not no black woman. Talk to a black woman to make you think that you from their community, not from my community. Okay, you know what I'm saying? In fact, you've been fucking my community up. So you put that on top of that, I couldn't do it. But I never thought about voting for Trump. I never thought about Trump. Never had a chance with me. You know what I mean? I ain't like that shit he did January 6th. Didn't like that shit. And I don't like that shit that he did if I lose, I got cheated. I didn't like that either. That's feminine stuff. I don't care what any of y'all say. That's not alpha male shit. That ain't masculine shit. That's feminine loser privilege shit. Right? So he never had a chance with me. He never had a chance. Kamala actually had a chance. And nah, when she did that, it's like, nah, I need somebody in there that's gonna talk to me. And it ain't just this election, the next election too, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again the next election too. When somebody directly talk to my people and my community, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna keep doing it. And I'm gonna try to talk as many people I can into doing it until we do it. Because y'all keep saying, oh, they're trying to bring the immigrants in here to replace us and da-da-da-da. Yeah, but you keep voting for them. They ain't replaced you yet. You keep voting for them. If you show face, don't vote for them, and tell them we're not voting for you because you're not speaking to us, they're going to make sure the next time around, we at least have a whole plan to show you. Missed out on it the last time. Guess what they're going to do? Next time, they're going to work really hard on the white woman vote. They're going to work really hard on the white. That's who showed the Democrats that they don't give a fuck what they're talking about. So the next election, that's who they're going to work on. You missed another chance. Missed another chance. I already know how they're going to get them white girls. They're going to have somebody, them white girls don't care about that LGBTQ stuff. They're going to get somebody LGBTQ in there and pressure the white girls. They ain't got to pressure them. That's what's going to get the white girls to vote. Because you're going to be like, oh, he's LGBTQ. He's going to definitely let me kill my baby. That's what it's going to be. Exactly. That's what it's going to be. Because that's one of their major things is they want to be able to kill their baby. They went out there and voted for Trump and then went to the state voting polls and voted against anti-abortion laws. That's what they did. Try to see if there's anything else on this I can look at right now. I don't want to do too much surfing on Twitter because they be having all kinds of foul stuff on Twitter. Oh, that's what they call it, 1,000 days. That's what they call it. They're marking 1,000 days now. Like, this is crazy, man. I mean, I actually could talk about some other stuff, but I don't know if that'll even go hand in hand with this World War III stream, be honest with you. This is crazy. All right, I'll show y'all some of this. So, man, this dude. So this just in, Ukrainian president says we will lose the war against Russia if President-elect Trump cuts funding to Ukraine. Oh, well. Oh, well. Hey, what does that have to do with us? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does that have to do with us? So I don't know whether to listen to Alex Jones or not. He's not that credible of a news source. But he is saying right now that article of impeachments against Joe Biden for bombing Russia is drafted after Republican senators and House members called for Biden removal. I know they've been calling for Biden's removal. They're saying, you know what? They might have a point here. They actually might have a point here. And what I mean by that is because there were actual U.S. soldiers that had to fire those weapons, that could be looked at as an act of war, and Russia is taking that as that. They actually have a point. They actually have a point with that. They actually have a point with that. Unless someone hits us with a preemptive strike, the president does not have the power to just declare war in another country or make an act of war against another country unless he has the Congress approval. And you actually have a point with that right there. Nasty. I must say they have a point with that right there. You said Alex Jones, the comedian Bill Hicks. Man, look, I hear you, Black Light Relations. You do understand there's people that actually think that Alex Jones be having some credible information. There's people that actually think that. I done did many streams by Alex Jones, and there's people that come on these streams up and down and say, well, you don't know what you're talking about with Alex Jones and all that. Alex Jones is he's a puppet. That's what a lot of people don't think. He's a puppet. Damn, I gotta get a new stand for this. Yep. Here goes another one. Here goes another one. Look, man, I could be on here talking about Drake. But my young subs like that. They don't like talking about this shit. And they're the ones growing me. But this shit is important right now. Russia says Ukraine attacked it using U.S. long-range missile signals. Is ready for nuclear response. Let's get it going. What's this doing? What's the WAP? Who remember the WAP? Let's get it going. Let's get it to go. Oh. Who ready to do the WAP? I'm ready to do the WAP, y'all. Who ready to do the WAP? I don't know. I trust what you're saying, Morton, but I believe they did declare war after 9/11. I believe they did declare. Let me see real quick. Let me see. I do have Google right here. Man. I do have Google. Hold on. Let's see. Declare war. You're talking about I'm too young to know the WAP. I know the WAP. So what you mean? Obviously, I'm not. The last time Congress declared war. Yeah, you're right. The last time Congress formally declared war was in 1942 when it declared war on Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania. Everybody but Germany. Nasty. If that don't show you that America has something to do with Germany, I'm not going to sit here and talk this shit. But when you do your research about World War II, America had a lot to do with Germany. And I'm not talking about in a negative way. I'm not talking about in a negative way. They had a lot to do with Germany. But yeah, I'm looking at this. I didn't even show you. I was looking at this. Hold on. I was looking at this. Yep. So they declared war on Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania, but not Germany. Where we at with the likes, y'all? Where we at with the likes? They helped develop Germany. They was helping Germany during the war, man. Ford pretty much supplied all their transportation. They'll sit here and call all kind of people AS and all kind of bullshit, and nobody got nothing to say about Ford. Coca-Cola, all kind of these companies was helping these folks out. Yup, Coke, somebody saying it. Coke, all that. Here, let me get 5 more likes. I know it's 5 more of y'all on here. Give me 5 more likes. I don't debate that. He said America would have sided with. I don't know. I don't necessarily say it was sided with Germany. I can't debate that. I can't be pro or con against that. That's a very particular opinion you have there. Black Lives Revelations. I can't necessarily say it's wrong. I can't. I would say I don't agree. I can't necessarily say it's wrong. It's a cunning. It's demonic. It's just demonic. They act like they was against it because they needed what he was doing because they needed those people to be looked at as the originals. Okay. So they needed some type of major event to be like, well, we are those folks. What you're seeing right now is calculated. This stuff that you're seeing with the college campuses, with the Free Palestine, this is not like no uncalculated stuff. This isn't their plans becoming out of control. This is a part of their plans. What they're doing is they're trying to manipulate the raw organic hate that my folks get. They're trying to manipulate that. And I said that yesterday. My folks get that hate because of who we are and what we can't change, because of who we are and our greatness. That's why we get this hate. Those people are getting that hate because of what they're doing. But they're trying to manipulate it and act like that hate is because of who we are. Well, you see it on X. Well, I'm Jewish and I'm going to the store, and why is everybody looking at me? The world just hates us, but we've been like that since Moses. It's hard to get under my skin. It's getting harder to get under my skin with them comments, but it still gets under my skin. When I hear them mention Moses, a dude that was darker than me, it gets under my skin because it's like, don't nobody in motherfucker. I don't think you got something to do with them folks. You're just lying. You're just lying. So they're trying to start up this hate from the shit that they're doing from killing kids in Palestine. That ain't none of our business. They're killing kids in Palestine. So why does the world hate us? We're not doing nothing. That's what it takes just to be Jewish, is you have to take the world's hate. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all blowing people to bits. And the crazy thing about it is neither one of them are original folks from there. I have a friend that's Palestinian. And he told me we are imports also. He said that. He said, we know them folks over there are imports. And he said, we are imports too. He said, they making us take the identity of some people that was there before us. So these people will tell you that they're not originally from there. It's just like America. It's just like South Africa. Because whenever these folks had these conversations, that's how you shut them up. Well, that sounds crazy what you're saying. No, it don't sound crazy. You did the same thing in South Africa. You did the same thing in Australia. You did the same thing to America. You went there, killed the people that was there, dissipated the people that was there, and then claimed that you're originally from there or you're part of that land. They're doing it in Australia for real. Australia is so crazy. Australia is so crazy that them as a country, they don't want, I'm not talking about the government. The people don't want freedom of speech. That's how crazy Australia is, because they don't want people to start talking about the shit that they doing, that how the Aboriginals are really from. They feel bad about what was going on there, but they don't want nobody to talk about it. If you ever want to hear somebody talk down about reparations the worst way they can, listen to Australian news. Because they know if other countries start doing that, they know if America start doing that, then they gonna have to start doing it. But it's not no far-fetched story. They did it multiple times right in front of our face. Multiple times. New Zealand, they got something going on down there with now New Zealand, with the original people from there is getting angry. This is some shit that they did, and they act like Israel. What do you mean? This never happened before. Yeah, we were black. And then God cursed us and took all of our melanin away. You believe that Disney story? What did Dave Chappelle? Y'all niggas be talking bad about Dave Chappelle. What, that's one of my favorite jokes. The space Jews. Y'all didn't get that joke. The space Jews. I like that one. Caesar Borgia enablers. Oh, Daniel Beard on here. That's our folks, Daniel Beard. Hold on, I'm going to check that out. Since you're here and I'm talking about your country, I got to check that out. I don't think y'all pay more reparations than Canada, to be honest with you. Canada, the only country I know that really has done some real reparations with the people that's really from there. Australian reparations. We about to Google this. Okay. We get some clarity on this. Australia has implemented several reparation programs for Indigenous Australians who were forcibly removed from their families. That's a little bit different, but it is reparations. 2021, $280 million fund for Indigenous Australians removed from their families before the self-government in Australian Capital Territory. Okay, I see. One payoff is $75,000, a personal apology, an additional healing payment. Stolen generation reparation scheme, $6 million individual reparation scheme that provided extra I don't know how to pronounce that, payments to eligible applicants, $5 million stolen generations. All right, I'm definitely wrong right there. I know they don't like that word, just like someone else saw. I saw on Sky News, they was talking so bad about reparations. I don't know y'all logistics as far as like how many indigenous aboriginals y'all have there and what kind of payment is $75,000, but that's better than nothing. All right. So hey, we learn something new every day. Australia is paying reparations. I wonder if Aussies define it the way foundational Black Aboriginals would like them to be paid. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's some information we don't have. I don't know if we can find that online. We would have to find an actual Australian Aboriginal to ask them. You know what I mean? Zionists equal rich white European grabbing as much sacred ancient land as possible. Yeah. Well, this is all getting deeper, and I definitely haven't made this a spiritual page or religious page. People that follow me know what I am, know what I represent. I didn't make this page in that spirit, so I try not to I just tell y'all what I believe and what I know myself to be, but that's me. I don't push it on other folks. Just like the person came on here and said her family from America, we're full-blooded Americans, and American, go ahead. That's y'all. That's y'all. My family was great way before America, and I believe I might live long enough to see a world without America. My people gonna be great without America. America need my folks. My folks don't need America. But that's her. That's her folks. They American. They've been here forever. They the Native Americans. Some of y'all want to be them too. There are an actual group of Native Americans that are not us. You can't tell me they ain't because they all up in Canada. It's the same people. Just the ones in America got killed. I'm not them group of people. I got some of it in my blood. I'm not one of y'all niggas. I'm not looking for my identity like that and trying to be this and trying to be that. I'm not doing that. I know once I figured out who I was, I know who I am. And that's just where it is, you know. America gonna be all right, but I know my people gonna be all right too, and we don't need America. That's that. And I told y'all, I'm okay with the FBA lineage stuff, but a lot of their protocols and stuff, I don't align with that. I don't. That's Tariq Nasheed stuff. I'm not hating on it. That's his business. That's his protocols. That's his stuff. That don't align with Black Americans. That's not Black American culture. That's FBA shit. It's not Black American culture. That's Tariq Nasheed stuff. It's very admirable, and I like it. That's not a Black American culture. That's FBA culture, and it's not the same thing, right? That's a fact right there. This is a fact right here. I actually do have papers. I'm gonna be real with you. My family don't even need my particular family. We don't even need reparations. Just give us our fucking land back. We got hundreds of acres in Georgia, hundreds of acres. Straight up, because I'm a direct descendant from him, my great grandfather. I'm going to put in the work, and I'm not going to tell nobody else from my family, because if it go down, you already know how it is. Well, it's all of us, but I'm going to be the one putting in the work, and I will help out my family if I can get it done. I will, but y'all know how family members is. When all the work is done, this is mine. Well, he was my great-grandfather. Why the fuck you ain't around putting in the work then? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Because my great-granddaddy was a sharecropper and got his shit stolen from the government. They stole his shit. Didn't know how to read and made him think that he was signing paperwork for taxes. He was signing the deed over. They flat out stole our shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even care about the reparations. I just rather just get that back. I'd be okay with that. It's a lot of land. It's a lot of land. I'd be okay with that, right? But whatever the case may be, yeah, even when I think one day they're gonna do reparations, but I think they're gonna do it just like the PFDs they are. They're gonna do it when it ain't really worth that much. When it ain't really worth that much. Yeah, I just want to say I don't once again, I know I speak passionately and shit like that. I'm not really against the FBA stuff. Yeah, as a lineage, I appreciate it. Same thing with ADOS. We're gonna come up with our own name over here that ain't involved in none of that. I'm not gonna make no LLC behind it, and anybody can use the name. That shit is what they're saying. It's a group of people that Tariq Nasheed named, and he made his own protocols with it. That ain't Black American culture. That's Tariq Nasheed's LLC and FBA stuff, right? And they got their own thing going on. It's inspiring in a way, and it's needed in a way, and I'm appreciative of it in a way. It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me. Yeah, then you're not FBA. You're not FBA then. You know, that's the same thing with me. My people been here way before that FBA stuff. I'm not FBA as far as what they got going on politically. I'm not that. I'm not about to tell no nigga why you leaving America. I'm not about to be getting mad at some Jewish dude for trying to get a Black woman fired and then go do an interview with him the next week. I'm not about that life. I ain't got nothing against people that's about that life. That's y'all. But that ain't Black American culture. That's FBA shit. That's FBA shit. That ain't Black American culture. That's a fact. That's a fact. Michael Wilbur say, what's FBA? Foundational Black American. It's a group that Tariq Nasheed named himself. People that was here pretty much at the beginning of when America started. If you came in the 1900s, you ain't FBA. It's a whole protocol with it, right? You know, you're not allowed to leave America. It's all about America, America first. Really don't align with Blacks outside of America. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? And some of it is a good reason behind it. It's not something where they just coming out and it's hate. You know what I'm saying? It's a rebuttal to stuff. It's definitely a rebuttal to stuff. But at the end of the day, it's an LLC. It's a nicely crafted business and branding. It is. I just don't fit the logistics with it. I don't fit underneath that shit. And I'm not part of no organization ran by somebody. I didn't come on YouTube to be part of an organization ran by somebody. I got tired of organizations, period, and corporations. That's why I came on YouTube. So I didn't come on here to be part of somebody else's business or something like that. But I appreciate it, and I think it's well needed. Same thing with ADOS. FBA is a little bit more popular than ADOS now, but the same thing with ADOS. Same thing with ADOS. Anyone who look like us can be Black American. No, that's not true. I'm about to get off in a second. Yeah, no, see, this is the thing, and I like to make this clear. This is the thing. That is where the business part comes in at, right? That's where the business part, as a whole, all of us feel like you, Queen Trey Goddess. All of us feel like you. All of us feel like you. All of us like to be separated. We want to delineate ourselves, and there's people that know that, and they built a business and branded around. And that is fine and dandy. I just don't align with it. I already got my identity. I know my identity. But some people that they don't know their identity and they hear that and they want to run. All of us. We lost our identity. We are thirsting for our identity. And there's people that know how to brand and do stuff around that. That's just all what it is. Once again, I've said 1,000 times, I'm gonna say it again. I appreciate it as a business. It's inspiring. It's inspiring. I just don't align with the protocol. It's not Black American history. It's like, it's something that somebody taken. I got portions of our history in it and made a whole, like, kind of what Black Light Revelation said, making a cult behind it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not on that. I'm not on it. Like I said, I got to come up with another name. We got to come up with another name that's free of the politics, that's totally independent, because ADOS is left and FBA is like right. This shows you how fucked up it is. We just looking for our identity. Like, it's lightweight embarrassing. Yeah, that's a fact. No, you're right. You Roland Curtis, you are 100% right. I always wonder why people were mad about Jesse Jackson. Ain't Jesse Jackson when it came up with African American? You are exactly right. I always wondered why people were mad about Jesse Jackson naming a whole race, and then they I'm just saying, because I'd rather be an asset than an enemy, right? One thing about Moxy ain't afraid of no static with nobody. I just rather be an asset than an enemy. I already came at Tariq with that whole shit with the Jewish person. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. And like I said, I think it's places in there I just don't align with it. You know what I mean? When them motherfuckers come on here and start talking that shit, and even if Tariq ever want to come on here and talk that shit, I'll talk it back. All that fleeing and all that and everything. Nigga ain't got no time to hear that. Niggas ain't, man, I'm just gonna keep it like that. I don't align with that shit. And even one of my bros that's like some big FBA supporter, I told him, man, this nigga Big Bass. He on a plane on his way over here right now. He already telling me stories of the Africans he running into it with. He sat next to an African. And it's just like what I told him. I said, man, when you really around these people and all that, you see these niggas are really, an African. I went with my boy Brandon. We went to this little weed shop just to kick it for about 2-3 hours yesterday. I got so tired of being in the house doing these lives, doing these videos. I got to get out. They know I don't come out only twice a month, right? So I went to a weed shop last night, and this dude from Kenya came over there, man. We had a nice conversation, but Big Bass on a plane told me, he was like, "You're right, man. I sat next to this African dude, man. He's pretty clear, man. Them niggas look up to us." And I was like, "I told you that. It's just like us with everyone thinking that we mostly conservative because they seen all this bullshit online and we not. It was so bad to the point where Obama had to talk about that shit and had to talk down to niggas because he thought we was all about to turn conservative because niggas is reading what's online. And online don't represent all of us. Most of us are not online talking that shit. And it's the same thing with other communities. Most of them are not online talking that shit. They not. They just living their lives. So when you actually meet these people and be around these people, you see that no. These people are actually with you. And you know what happened last night? The Kenyan brother came over there, started talking about, man, y'all Africans Americans, y'all see us, man, and y'all act like it's hatred against us and all that. We had to tell them I really was the only FBA over there. But my boy Brandon, I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. He ain't FBA, but he ride with me as much as there's a Canadian dude I hang with. You know, he had my back as much as anybody else. And he was speaking before I could speak. He's like, nah, man, the Nigerians, they see us and there's problems. Then you come to find out that none of them really like the Nigerians. But to make a long story short, the African was over there talking, and we was telling them, like, look, we ain't got no hatred against y'all. Y'all be talking shit. And he was saying the same thing. That's mostly online. You know what happened? A white dude heard us talking. True story. A white dude heard 4 of us talking. One of them Black Russian, me, you know, Black American, a Kenyan dude, and my boy Brandon, the Canadian dude. And we over there talking. People taking pictures of us talking. Like they literally walking by taking pictures of us, right? So the Black Russian dude says, well, he said he lived in America for years. So I know y'all ain't gonna call him a Black American, right? I'm gonna call him a Black American. He's father from Florida. He stayed in Florida 15 years, he told me. So he's born in Russia, though, right? Anyway, make a long story short, he said, man, we need to chill before we scare off these white people. And he was talking about the white people taking pictures of us because we was in the front talking. And y'all know when we talk and do our thing and people ain't never see it, they're like, whoa, look, it's black people. So they started taking pictures. So the Black Russian dude says, man, we about to scare off all these white people. A white dude in the back heard that. White Australian dude in the back heard that. came out and said, hey, what you say? You said something about white people, about you gonna scare us off. Oh, no, I heard you say that. And you said, are you talking about fighting? Because I'm one of those white people you're talking about, and I fight. You talking about scaring us off. Man, that black Russian dude went crazy. He said, dude, I will kill you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was capping. Not gonna lie, I thought he was capping. He said, man, I just did 3 years in jail, in a Thai jail for stabbing one of y'all white motherfuckers talking like you. We wasn't even talking to you. I do kept Man, this man tapped the little Russian girl, the white Russian girl he was with. She ran in the car, went, got a bag, and came back. You know what I mean? The white dude saw what was going on. All his friends said, hey, man, we got to get on out of here. White dude got on out of there, and he was talking to us, and I told him, I said, man, he wasn't even talking to you. We was talking about people taking pictures of us. You know what I mean? He went crazy on that white dude. That white dude got out of there. And me, Brandon, we thought the dude was capping, right? So we went in the back, had a little conversation. We look up in the front, like Russian dude in the front talking to other Russian dudes. White dude that did it to the wrong black guy. Yep. But these are people that are not black Americans. They don't hate you like you may think online and all that. And these people do give up. I know, at least with me. And I'm a what you call a racist taste tester. If a place is really racist, let me go there first. I go through more racism than all y'all. I'm one of those example niggas. It ain't me in particular, but niggas like me, we go through more racism than y'all. They use us as an example, then after us, they get to y'all, right? A lot of them, I've got nothing but respect. Before I came out here, I was all on that FBA, us, fuck everybody. I was just like all that. Y'all remember? When I started traveling, I started seeing it. I'm like, wait a minute, I got this wrong. And if I keep going on with this, I'm going to piss off people that become great assets. This dude, the black Russian dude last night, willing to ride for me. I just met this dude. Now, I could tell him and sit here and tell him and say, hey, man, you wasn't born in America. You're not American. And I might have to tell him that at some point. I didn't tell him that. I'm like, for what? This dude say he American. This dude about to ride for me. Really. He ready to do something for me, and ain't nobody doing nothing to me. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the use? I'd rather be an asset of their enemy. What's the use of talking shit to all these people that really don't have no beef with you? Most of them look up to you, but I'm not going to keep preaching this because this is some shit a lot of y'all going to have to see for yourselves. Because I read the same shit online too and be like, yo, what the fuck? I just know in my real life, and when I run into these people, I can go outside right now, I'll probably run into an African. When I run into them with them, if they are not Nigerian, I don't really get that response. I don't. The Nigerians, though, I will never have a debate against that. I will never have a debate against that. I'll never have a debate against that. Them the Nigerians, but y'all also got to understand the Nigerians are they call them the cancer of Africa. They fucking up other African countries. What is that? Burkina Faso? The Nigerians is working with France to talk about going in there to Burkina Faso. They are the house Negroes of Africa. It ain't just us. It ain't just us. Yeah, he is about that life. Yup. He know Russian. He know all that. Yup. He know that black. Yeah, he know Russian and all that. He was even telling me. He was like, man, you should have Russian girls all on you. I said, man, I don't want none of them chicks, man. They out here working like everybody else. He's like, yeah, but I can tell they probably like your style. All you got to do is, come at them how you are. You ain't got to show them the translator. They going to go home with you for free and all that. I'm like, man, I ain't really trying to do it. But they do be looking. They be out here looking. I don't speak the language. I'm not really all bent hell over backwards for no pause. That's a cliche statement, but I ain't been over whatever they say. I've been over backwards to deal with these folks. I'm probably about to get out of here soon, man. Shit, well, I get a job, I'm out of here overnight. If I get a job, you know what I mean? This is a fact. This is another thing I learned. A lot of these stuff that you think are big online, they're not. There's only a few handful of YouTubers that are so big that they transferred to become household names. Mr. Beast, I Show Speed. What's the other nigga name? Kai Cenat. There's a few of them that are that big where they're household names. Most people are not. Kevin Samuels was just starting to dip into that area, just starting to dip in there. I'm going to say Charleston White was probably about to break that boundary, but he on his way out now. He didn't quite break it. He was getting close. But he didn't did too many antics. And I think it's pretty much over with for that guy. But it's not that many people that get, especially in the black community, that get so big. I'm talking about that's just offline. That get so big where they go into household names. That FBA shit ain't that big. A nigga told me that, and I debated them left and right, and I went out there with myself to prove this dude wrong, and all I did was prove that he was right. Like it's really, even and this is a YouTube city here. Most of the black guys in this city, like I'm not a big YouTuber at all, right? I'm not small, but I'm nowhere near a big YouTuber. In America, most people ain't gonna recognize me in America. Here, I'm damn near a celebrity because most of the black people in this city in Thailand came out here from what they saw on YouTube. So for me, here is different. Yeah, half these niggas out here know me. I go out, it'd be like 10, 15 people that come and say what's up to me. I don't be knowing who these people is. You see what I'm saying? But outside of a place that is a community built off of YouTube, don't nobody be knowing this YouTube shit. My nieces go crazy that they hear I'm on YouTube. My mom don't know what the hell going on. She don't know nothing about nothing. YouTube, what happened with Disney? Like, that's my mom. YouTube. What happened with Disney? I don't even try to talk my mom into what I'm doing on YouTube. Now she started asking me about it. I'm like, I ain't got nothing going on. I told my mom I got 10 subscribers. Nasty. Because I know she don't understand it. I don't even want to explain to her. And then, my parents is older. Once you even explain them to them or what's going on, then they try to start talking you out of it. And it's like, I don't have time for that. Everywhere I've gotten in life, I'm my mom's most successful kid. And I got there without her opinion, without her advice or anything. So I don't want to tell her about her YouTube shit. Just to hear her trying to talk me out of this. It makes me get disrespectful. It's like, look, I know what I'm doing. Everywhere I got now to be your most successful kid got here without your counsel. I don't need your counsel now. So I try to get away from situations where I have to get disrespectful from my mom. I don't tell her nothing about this YouTube shit. But most people don't know about this YouTube shit. They don't. You got to go to certain areas where it's a thing. And this shit is not that big offline. All the shit you've seen from the Africans and all that, most of them are not like that. Most of them are not like that. Someone said divide and conquer. Yes, that's how you do. This is what I like to say about just the whole ADOS and the whole tether thing, right? These people need to be checked at times. I know that. I've made videos when niggas went online saying this shit, checking niggas. That needs to happen, right? That needs to happen, right? But just this whole, just coming at this shit every single day and not the real oppressors, that's gonna always bother me. That's gonna always bother me. And I don't care which way it got like that. If you know chess, you know your opponent, they don't care about how you got into a position for them to checkmate. All they care is that you're in a position for them to checkmate. That's all they care about. They don't care which way you got there. Because I know some of them get an excuse. Well, they be talking this and they be that. It don't matter. If it's working in favor of the PFDs, I ain't with it. I don't care what it is. And that's in favor of the PFDs. And I'm going to continue to preach that. I don't care who makes it mad. I know at some point on my page, I'm going to have to have them conversations. And I'm totally here. God has gifted me with enough gifts. God, I heard a voice the other day. Nigga, I dare you to be afraid of somebody online. I done gave you all these gifts. Which one you want to pick to get at them? Y'all want me to out-rap them? Y'all want me to out-debate them? Y'all want me to make a documentary better than them? He's giving me too many gifts to be afraid of anybody on this online shit or entertainment, period. Maybe when I hit 50, I won't have a full package of gifts, but right now they still good enough. I'm well too talented and well too gifted to be afraid of any conversation with anybody online. But anyway, yeah, this nigga going, he said, motherfuckers think they can change the world with YouTube. There are two worlds, YouTube and the real world. People go online to escape reality. They don't try to escape non-reality by seeking. Nasty. Y'all follow Black Life Relations. Hold on one second. Ning, can you bring me water? Can you bring me water? Hold on. Here, pour in here. Pour in here. Hey, you right. Roland, hold on. I got something to say about that. Yeah, here. Captain God. Put it back in refrigerator. Or it's okay. It's enough. Hold on. There are African and Caribbean people who are pro-Black American. I saw on, that is a fact. That is a fact. Look, it is more profitable though to go at the ones that's talking online and brand it and make shirts. It's more profitable. It's more profitable for that shit. I'm gonna tell you what it's like. Because there's no way these people haven't affected our economy or community that much. There's no way they should be getting more smoke than PFDs. But I'm gonna be real with you, because even these people, this don't be Tariq Nasheed, and I can't say that he should be accountable for that, because you can't be accountable for people that follow you. You know, we just dealt with that yesterday with Kendrick Lamar and all that. People trying to say he should be accountable for some dude from his neighborhood getting caught with a whatever. But you know, I can't make Tariq Nasheed be accountable for these people, but they be saying stupid stuff. They're even trying to tell other Africans and Caribbeans that they can't call themselves Black. That's just fucking ignorant. This is the FBI community. That's ignorant. Right? But yes, I'm meeting these people. And I've met way more people that are pro-Black in life than are not. I've met way more people that's like that. So I'm gonna always continue to preach this, right? I don't agree with this right here. And I know what you're saying. You're not agreeing with it either. You're saying people rather be, or I don't know, you might be agreeing with it, Russell Lee. I don't agree with it. Rather be right than be strong, strength in numbers. Because I don't think that's right. That's the point that I'm making, is that it's not even that bad as what y'all think it is, and you could be strong in numbers, but attempting to want to be right on some shit that you're not right on, you're not even strong on numbers, and you're not winning at the war that you're isolated yourself to fight. It's just a bad chess move. It's a good profit. It's a good profit. Bad chess move for the community. Bad chess move for the community. No, I got you, Michael Wilbur. I got you. Anyway, and I agree with this too. I get the ideology behind it, but it's divisive. Especially, I'm telling you, especially when you're really around these people, and the majority of them is not like that. If the majority of them are like that, do you think that I would be talking about being cool with these folks? Fuck them. Look, yesterday in my live stream, a woman came on there and said, me and my family is Black. And we're ashamed of the way you look. And I said, fuck you and your whole family. So you think if I met these people and they really would like that, I would be talking like this for some fucking YouTube? Hell no. Hell no. But anyway, if y'all want to catch the replay of this, it'll be on my second page. If you just stepped in here in a short period of time, I'm probably going to take this down. And by the morning time, you'll be able to catch this on my second page. I appreciate y'all. We in this together. Apparently, I'll be home at some point. you know, and I'm not afraid if I come home and something pop off. I'm gonna just look to the sky and say, I could have ran, I could have did whatever I wanted to, but it was just meant for me to be here during this, and I let it go after that. But I don't want to pay with them people. No, I don't want to pay with them people, and the clock is ticking, unfortunately. But I'm also there's a lot of shit I want to do. You know, one of my main goals, want to make $1 million. I don't want to be rich. I want to make $1 million so I can retire and have some kids and not have to worry about stuff. That's not rich. Especially today, that's not rich. I want to make $1 million. I want to have a baby. But thy will be done. Thy will be done. And this stuff has to happen. It has to happen. That's what he said. He said these things must happen. And I know a lot of y'all, some of y'all may not even follow the word or anything like that. But yeah, I find myself starting to attach myself to it more lately. Because regardless of what people want to say or hate or this and that and everything, that book has and undeniably has predicted a lot of things. And I don't know no other book out there. The fucking news today, the news that we read today ain't more on point than what I read in that book from 2,000 years ago. Unfortunately, if it continues to be right, some stuff is coming down the pipeline for us. Some stuff is coming down the pipeline for us. But whatever the case, y'all enjoy your night. I know it's late over there, and y'all know how we like to end our video over here at Moxy Approved, right? With that part. Y'all stay safe. Y'all get y'all some rest. And I'll see y'all here next time on Moxy Approved.
What's up with y'all? Moxy Approved, tune in and get what I got. You hearing me right off the block. Timberland boots with the socks, right off the stage. Laugh it up, I got the Mox, keeping it real on my pop. Gotta subscribe, like it, believe it, it's hot. Moxy the mob with it, I'm going live, let them vibe with it. Grew up with y'all, guess I'm like stuck with y'all. Yeah, what's up with y'all? Grew up with y'all, guess I'm like stuck with y'all. Yeah, what's up with y'all? Grew up with y'all, guess I'm like stuck with y'all. Yeah, what's up with y'all? We up, no fall. Stay away to heaven, no calls. Hard on these trolls like Pash. Moxy the mob. I got the best subscribers you witness. Moxy the mob. They showing up for the mob about our business. Moxy the mob. Yeah, I got the best subscribers in the business. Moxy the mob. They showing up the mob about our business.
Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved. Moxy Approved.